The exercise in this specific class is going to be utilizing the Marquee tool. There is so much that you can do with this tool. I often call it the Swiss Army knife of logic. And so let's look at a couple of things that we can start to implement immediately: deleting, mute, cut, zoom, play from, repeat, and then I think I might throw in bounce as well. Remember that the snap to grid is going to determine the marquee selection. So then, when I have the secondary tool set as the marquee tool, we can summon that tool by hitting the command key. To then utilize it till its full extent, you want to click, hold, and drag to the right. Bear in mind, this value may be too large at times, won't work for what it is you're trying to accomplish. And so, hence, beat, division, ticks may come into play. In the course of this piece right here, let's say I want to drop off on some of the drum hits. Well, if I use bar to create a marquee selection, you can see that really I'm omitting a big part of this section. So we're not going to do that. But something that we can do is reduce our unit of measurement to beat, let's say, and then I'll remove the first part of this selection. Now, what's great about this is now that I've created a marquee selection, if I just click one time, I have essentially created an edit point with two incisions, and now this region is at my mercy. I can hit Control M to mute. I can hit the delete key to delete that. I can hit Command R to be able to duplicate this. There's a lot you can do. So let's just start with delete. To reiterate, snap to grid is influencing how this is acting, behaving. Let me show you what I mean. If I then use that same selection, but this time I hit, in my case, it's Command D. Your situation will be set up to Command R. And so I'm going to duplicate this specific marquee selection. And then now this part is duplicated over time. And because my drag mode here is set to no overlap, there will be no overlapping region. So let's listen to this. Okay, so that's one way to look at it. We can also mute. So let me Command Z all of this. Let's say, again, we wanted to drop off maybe the first two beats of this next section. I'll hit Control M. That will rid myself of that specific drum part. Of course, it's still there. We're just audibly not going to hear it. So at this point, people often ask, well, why don't you just delete it? What's the difference? Well, if I delete it, it quite literally is no longer on my screen, and hence it's not an option. Visually, it is convenient. Editing in Logic is what's called non-destructive. So theoretically, I could just resize the region and there it is. It pops up again. But sometimes visually, this is just a lot more efficient and can keep you organized, especially as you start to load up on tracks. I showed you how to delete, mute. How do you cut? Again, as I said in the beginning, when you create a marquee selection and you just click one time utilizing your mouse, that is going to create two incision points on the left and the right border. Now check this out. You can also zoom. So again, create a selection and this time hit the key command Z, and that will zoom to selection. In this case, the selection is what? The marquee selection. Of course, we're not utilizing it that way. If I click on the region as a whole, we will be zooming to that specific region. So this is really great. Why? Well, let's say there's a snare hit and I really want to isolate the edit. If I hit Z, I can see it clear as day. I could then make my modifications, right? This could be on the grid, it could be off the grid, And then I'll click the background of the workspace. I'll hit Z to back off, get into this macro view. Let's look at bouncing something in place. And this is important simply because there will be times where you just want to treat something separately away from the original source. A good example of this is bouncing drums. Okay, so we're just going to bounce this in place. So remember that we have the drummer technology, and now we have the audio that we have bounced that from. And so let's hide this drummer track here. And we're looking at the combination of kicks, snares, hi-hats. You can almost kind of see it in the transients. Let's take a listen. All right, good. So let's say that right there is a snare. All right, let me fine tune that selection. My snap to grid is set to division. I will create a marquee selection. All right, and then I'll hit Control B, and now I am bouncing just that snare. Now, what you choose to do with the source is up to you. In this case, I'm just going to mute it. As I said before, sometimes it's just a good thing to do for organizational purposes. And so I have this piece here that goes from track 29, then track 30, where I isolate the snare. And then just to kind of make this a little bit more fun here, I will go into my category of reverb, introduce chroma verb, and add a verb with a crazy decay. And let's see what that sounds like. So go ahead and try that out. Play with this methodology and have fun with it. The important thing to do is to try out the method and then see what works, keep what works, and then discard that which just isn't particularly sticking at this time. All right, team, I'll see you on the next one. Stay up.